I can't be with a crippled man.
They say love can cross oceans, but sometimes it drowns before it ever reaches the shore. In the heart of Lagos, the pulse of Nigeria's bustling economy, lived a young woman named Sophia. She was beautiful, independent, and always on the go. By day, she worked at a PR firm, but by night, she transformed into a digital queen scrolling through her phone, liking pictures, chatting with friends, and most importantly, messaging David. David had left Nigeria years ago, seeking success in London's competitive real estate and tech markets. He was no longer just a man. He was a brand, a name that spoke of wealth and power. His investments in property had grown into a tech empire, and his lifestyle was the envy of the glitterati. Yet, despite the glitz and the glam, he was lonely. On a late-night scroll through social media, he stumbled upon Sophia's profile. She was laughing in a selfie, and the warmth in her smile struck him. It was as if she had just shared a secret with the world, a promise of happiness. From that moment, everything changed. Messages turned into calls. Calls turned into video chats. David, with fist's quiet fortune, showered Sophia with gifts, millions of money to her bank account just because it's Tuesday. The kind of money that arrived with no strings attached except for the one invisible thread tying him to her. He paid her rent before she even asked, upgraded her lifestyle, and bought her a white Lexus RX, a vehicle that screamed success, turning heads wherever it went. Sophia, enjoying the newfound luxury, embraced her role as the internet's darling. She curated the perfect life online vacations to Dubai, luxurious dinner dates in upscale restaurants, shopping sprees with brands she'd only dreamed of. Sophia's Instagram posts became an open book for the world to see, and her neighbors in the estate where she lived were watching closely. "That girl has a big fish abroad," they whispered. But Sophia, as happy as she was with the perks, never met David in person. Their love existed only through digital screens, wrapped in the comfort of a wealthy stranger who, to her, was more an idea than a person. Months passed. Each day was a sweet routine of texts, gifts, and promises. But one afternoon, everything shifted. A black SUV rolled slowly into Sophia's street. The man inside wore designer shades and a tired look on his face. His clothes, though expensive, didn't quite hide the fatigue in his posture. A nurse sat beside him. The vehicle came to a stop at the gate of her house. Sophia stepped outside, ready to face her usual dose of digital adoration. But when the man in the SUV lifted his glasses, everything froze. "It's me, David," he said, his voice faint but steady. Surprise, her smile, always practiced, faltered. A quick glance at the wheelchair, the nurse, and the man's unkempt appearance made her heart race with a mix of confusion and disgust. "Who are you? This is a joke, right? You think I'm here for this? A cripple?" she scoffed, her voice rising with disbelief. "All that money, and this is what you send me? Pity money?" She laughed, but it was a hollow, cutting sound. Her eyes scanned for the car key she had grown used to, the Lexus she had come to think of as her own. She reached out, but before she could take it, something unexpected happened. David, calm and unshaken, tapped his phone screen. The sound of gates locking echoed through the street. Two well-dressed lawyers, each with a folder in hand, stepped out of a black Range Rover. The nurse straightened up, and to Sophia's horror, the woman removed her mask, revealing an entirely different person. David, still in the wheelchair, slowly stood up. He was perfectly fine. His legs were strong. He smiled, but it was not the smile she remembered. "Sophia," he said quietly, "I needed to know if you loved me or just the life I could give you. Now I know." He didn't shout. He didn't rage. His voice was calm, but the weight of his words crushed her. He handed the documents to the lawyers, who immediately began their work. Her car, the Lexus, was towed away that very hour. The house paid for by him, under his name, was sealed. The millions in her account reversed. The financial cushion she had grown used to was now a distant memory. Sophia, unable to comprehend the turn of events, fell to her knees, crying, begging, calling him my king, my husband, pleading with him to come back. Her apologies, now too late, drifted in the wind, but no one could hear her anymore. The crowd had already gathered, phones in hand, recording the fall of the girl who once had it all. David didn't turn back. He simply watched as the last vestiges of his generosity were undone. "Love is not a transaction," he said one final time, his voice soft but resolute, and with that he turned, walked away, and drove off, this time in the real car he owned, not the one that had once been a symbol of his generosity. The next morning, David was back in London, healing. Though it was a slow process, he had learned something important through the pain, something he would never forget. Even the kindest heart, once broken, learns to protect itself. Sophia, on the other hand, still wanders by the gate sometimes. The locked gate, the empty house, and the memories that linger like an old, broken dream. They say love can cross oceans, but sometimes what you choose to reject in someone else's storm is the very thing that would have been your salvation. Moral lesson: never judge a book by its cover.